Hello and welcome to Breaking Bidet-Hool. I'm Scott Voce. Listen, I just figured this out. We don't need him. He thinks we need him to, in all these different ways, have satisfaction, but to get off, that's his big one. He really makes him, he thinks he's needed. You're not going to get anywhere or get anything going with a girl or online or satisfaction without him. Whether it's inspiration and what he says God wants you to know, hit here, click here for an inspirational what God's thinking. Oh, that's you know better, right? Okay, don't go there. You're not going to get truth. Another big one of him is, and this is where I'm going to lose a lot of friends here. They get mad, but the NDE, the near-death experience, they say, listen, man, that talks about God too, not just hell, but it talks about people that go to God near death. They go here, and then so it talks about God. It's good. Now, it's not based on the Bible. It's not word. It's not source. So, again, it's the enemy coming and going, with your head. Again, his nickname, his number one handle on his Reddit, that's him, is Confucioso. And you'll find him do write-ups, all that stuff. None of those are people. Most of those are fake usernames with his baloney. The other day, who died? Someone died, and it was Dickie Betts. And we're all thinking about his talent. He put up there, when you do the search, one of the pictures, it comes up. These are the top of the searches. And a face comes up, an image, and it shows Dickie Betts that he died. Right there is the headline asking the question, did he drink away all his talent? So it showed the dead man, and it summed up his whole life and contribution by saying, did he drink away or waste his talent? So this is Bidet-Hool's way, working for the enemy. All these things, this is the influence. It goes on and on and on and on, and you sit there scratching your head. Who's doing this? Why? And anyway, expose the fake usernames and the fake operation. You'll see the sickness. It's like Silence of the Lambs, and he's like that Buffalo Bob or Bill, I don't know. You're just waiting for the day he carves the face off his favorite little witch whore model and wears it like a mask and does his own show. But listen, it's real sick. We don't need to get into any of that except to know how he works. They're sitting there, those witches. When you stop and look at them, they will be doing their thing with you all the way through. Their spells, their witches. They're not. None of that is real. They're not there for your tips. They're not there to have their hair and their makeup and their. He made them work out 3 hours yesterday. He's working them to death. They're sex slaves. They do shows for off cam in another room. They're doing a show, but with you, they're witches, and he's going to use them to screw with your bodies and your minds. And when you get mad enough and you've lost enough children, Babushka's going to go tell VVP, you haven't done anything. Then you're going to go tell your witch priest in Kazan, do something. They won't do anything. And one day you're going to march on down there. Mother Russia will lead you herself. And the former victims who escaped Bidet-Hool, they will come to Pitterer. And Mother Russia will lead young Russia down there and say, grab your sword, leave your hut, get a horse. We're going to kill the enemy. And the exciting part, the reason I'm involved when you question, is this guy sympathizer? He likes that Valdemir feller. What I'm saying is that we will unite together and crush this evil, because when we're done with Pitterer, we're going to London, and after London, it's Miami, and the company is Multimedia LLC. The U.S.-Ukraine Business Council told me they're working on this. Multimedia LLC. Bruce Wayne is one of the fellas that runs it, but I believe they're at Century 21. They're in Miami Beach. Anyway, it's all mob stuff. They're going to get mad, but they're not going to be into the Skinner when they realize it's witches and baby effer and the scale and how big it is. I think they'll wash their hands of that, because no family man likes a Skinner. Come on. But we'll get Multimedia LLC based out in California, but they seem to have their operations in Miami, and the big coven house there in Miami with the witches. We're going to get them too. We're going to expose them. That'll be quick. I think that'll be fast. We're Americans. These are terrorists. They go after your children. They're going to destroy the human race, and they work against us, and they're a pro-war effort. These are installations. The one in Peter is raising money. If here's all mob, it's not my job. It's the U.S.-Ukraine Business Council. When we talk to them, they promised us we're cutting down on the Russian mob. You know, we see them they did get rid of them at the strip clubs where they have the $2 bills. And you have to go in and get the $2 bills, and you're circulating their money. I mean, that's obvious. They're gone. It appears they're gone. And the regular families took over that. The Russian influence seems to be not there. So they've done some of it. But Procter & Gamble's big on the other end of the table. They're doing everything over there. Is it saying, who can explain that on the sanctions? They said they were going to stop the Russian crime effort and slow it down in America. We have to follow up with them. But don't worry when you think I'm picking on Russia or sympathizing with them. Nope. That's where we spend all the money. And then you'll see the big one where they all point to London. They all point to Great Portland Street. Everything goes to OnlyFans. And then from those models, you'll learn how the TikTok and the other platforms work, and you see what their methods are. What's gross is that people that are supposed to be legitimate took the money to forward this curse or mass hypnosis scheme with the hand gestures. They do it everywhere. So that would keep it going, if you will. I'd like to see a new hand gesture form, and we will destroy them when we kill the witches. We will wail on all these assholes that took the money and expose, Bidehul will expose the boss, the richest organization that these douches take the money from. But it's very, very scary funding sources that we shouldn't go anywhere near. Let Kerry Lake do it. Let President Trump take care of it. Let Vice President Kennedy take care of it. We can kill the witches and help wipe Moshka's Bidehul and the Satanists of That's right. The internal threat, Russia. You better save yourself, gay child of Russia. Save Russia, babushka. Save the children. Wild Berries was the factory, and it burned so well. This place is up in northeastern Peter, from what we can tell. But I bet you it has a funny little nickname like Devil's Playground. We'll knock out his prized possession first, and then go take out OnlyFans. And finally, Miami, which will be dismantled by the American Mafia and the U.S.-Ukraine Business Council, or CIA. They'll take that down before Americans will go in there and wipe them out. Babushka, pressure VVP to get the priests and go get rid of the witches. They should be able to do this. He's got his own money. Stop taking Moshka's money. Stop the internal threat. Stop the Satanists hurting the West and Russia right there in your own backyard, folks. Do you think they'll do it, the people? Will they say niet? Because you know we will. We're going to get it done. Let's roll. I believe we can join young Russia in getting this done and destroying this enemy. If nothing else, let's frustrate his plan. Gabriel, we need you. And Peter, come down from that perch in Volgorod, Mother Russia. Wipe them. Wipe them out. Kill the witches before they get your kids. That's next time on Breaking Bidehul.
Places we got her, digging in the dirt. Find the places we got her, digging in the dirt. Find the places we got her.